So hey guys, I got all the engine parts painted up now for these 73 here. It's coming along really good. You see I got it totally taped off, guys, because you know, overspray. When I'm spraying these parts, that mist get in the air. You know, you don't want nothing on there. But you know, I got all this brackets painted up. Got the inside of the wheel wells done. The frame is all painted up here, guys. I got a little bit more painting to do, but I got the engine all painted up there, guys. I got to start untaping stuff. Valve cover gaskets came in today, so I'll start putting all this engine back together today, guys, and get this finished up for them. I got to add a little bit more paint, port 15 on there. I'm going to just leave them silver. Just leave everything silver on here, guys, and man, D73 is turning out all right, guys. All right. Sorry, guys. So, I got this valve cover on here, but it's starting to tighten down already, and I can still tell I got a gap with the way I bowled them down in the previous video. So yeah. So I can tell, like I said, I do it this way anyway, but it's putting pressure without me having to bend my valve cover gasket, guys. And you don't really, I can go and you can check the torque on how to torque these down. I normally just do it by feel. But you don't have to over torque these things down, guys. And you know, because when you over torque them, that's when you get the bending of your valve cover, guys. And I'm telling you, if you over torque these things, they will leak and it will bend your valve cover. So whenever you're doing your valve cover gaskets, guys, you got to check for flatness and make sure that your valve covers are flat. All right. So now I could come in and put all of this stuff back. Now I'm gonna go to the other side here real quick. I say I can only hit when I paint this engine as much as I can get to, because it's hard getting a spray gun around, you know, in between all of this stuff that's around the engine. So you can only do the best that you can, guys. But I tape off as much as I can. I'm still not gonna untape my carburetor area here until I'm ready to put the carb on, because I most definitely don't want to I don't want to get no objects in there. So let me pull this back out, because a lot of these wires wasn't hid. They wasn't in here, but I'm gonna put them in so you don't see them. When I get done, this whole engine bay is just gonna look somewhat better. I'll let you be the judge. But I'm gonna try to run all of this in. I don't know if you can see this here or not, but I'm gonna try to run everything. And I know my videos be long and detailed, guys, but when I'm doing the build, I have playlists that you can go to, and you can check out Like this whole, everything I'm doing to D's car right here, I created a playlist for him and this car that everything's gonna be under that playlist, guys. All right. So I start hooking back up all my wires. I got quite a bit more to do here, guys, but it's going along. It's going good so far, guys. So I'll come in and show you this other side real quick. So, alright guys, so like I said, I cleaned this surface up real good, and I cleaned the surface up around the engine head itself too, guys. So I know a lot of guys don't like, you know, some people use the gasket sealer here and some people don't. I don't use it on the engine block side of it a lot of times, but on this side I normally load it up in here pretty good, guys. I want to get a nice, don't need to be too thick, guys, but I do like using the gasket sealer. And if you see, all I'm doing is I dip it in there once and then I try to squeeze it out of here. Hopefully I'm in the camera, you can see what I'm doing, but I try to squeeze it out of here. So and I kind of worry about the thicker down on the bottom side for sure. And I like using rubber gasket, guys, but I'm gonna just be honest. The rubber gaskets are a little more expensive, but they harder to get locally. And you have to order them for TA Performance. When I go into my couple of 455s that I gotta do, and even my couple of my 350s, I'll order up me a whole bunch of sets from like TA Performance or I think Jigs and different people, but you're gonna have to pay for shipping. And he had quart gaskets on here, and I try not to run this bill up on them no more than I have to, guys. So, but these quart gaskets, they work fine. That's what was on here. That's what everybody used. I just like using rubber gaskets because when you use rubber gaskets, to me, if I need to take them off again, they'll come off and you can reuse them a lot of times. So, you know, the quart gaskets, if you have to pull them off, you just have to go in again and buy some more. So these are want these to lay flat in here, so if I have to pull this cork one way or another, that's what I need to do. Alright. Here we go. Alright, let me get this one on the car. Alright, so as you see, I got all of this cleaned up in here really nice. I cleaned that off. I clean these surfaces, make sure all the oil and gas is off. And when I'm cleaning that, guys, I use lint-free towel with that, guys. So the lint-free towel, make sure you're not getting stuff in there. I just see a few, you know, it's just a few chips in there that's just from just caked up oil. But all right, let me put this last valve cover gasket on. All right. All right, so the two on top, guys. All right, so the two on top are gonna be the regular screws, and then the ones on the bottom gonna have that long rod on them. And what that's for, guys, is if you got the original valve cover, if you got the original wire for your spark plug wires to hold in place, that's what this rod is for here, guys. That long rod right there. So those are gonna go on the bottom. It's two of them. So if you notice, I hold these in place so they parallel with the valve cover. All right, but those valve covers are on there now. Like I said, it's not pressing down where it's bending the actual valve cover now. In fact, I still got a slight gap. I can put my fingernail and I still got a slight gap between that valve cover and the washer here. But my pressure is on the outside of these now, guys. So I did previous videos on how I did them. Go back, check it out. It's under the same playlist, D73. It'll be under that playlist if you want to see how I straighten those washers out. But that's the way I do it, guys. I'm getting pressure on the outside now. I'm not getting pressure directly in the center. I straightened the valve covers out before I even painted them. So, you know, they're nice and flat. They're not gonna leak now, guys. Nice, and they in there. All right.